Hi, my name is Layla Sturgis. I grew up in Ventura, California. I currently work as the Aquifer Mapping Program Manager at the New Mexico Bureau of Geology and Mineral Resources in Socorro, New Mexico. Right now, as the Aquifer Mapping Program Manager, I work with about 10 different geologists and hydrologists to map the groundwater of New Mexico. And we do a lot of field work to actually physically measure groundwater, and we do a lot of desk-based research work to draw these maps and to create 3D models. And I just help all of our team stay on track and keep those projects going. As far as my day-to-day, what I actually do, it can depend on the project. Sometimes I'm reviewing something really technical, like looking at a data set and making sure that the data is correct or it's been input correctly. Sometimes I'm reading a report that somebody else has written and I'm doing the editing and proofreading. We do a lot of trying to create technical figures and maps and graphs to really help translate our very technical data into something that's user-friendly and easy for everybody to understand. So I'm often that go-between of trying to help summarize something really technical into something that's a little more bite-sized and easy to understand. I really love that we have a program called the Collaborative Groundwater Monitoring Network, and we work with well owners, private well owners across the state to find areas where they might not have good data about their groundwater. And what I think is really cool about this program is that it's specifically looking for people who don't have any other options for monitoring their groundwater. So really looking for rural communities and private well owners that need help. And I think that's just an amazing service that we can bring to people across our state. So it really makes me excited to do that one. I think it's fair to say that I always was drawn to earth sciences, even as a young kid. I enjoyed being outside and I enjoyed digging in the dirt. To be honest, I just enjoyed being out there. And I grew up with my parents in Ventura, California. My dad was in the oil field industry, and so I watched him doing oil exploration and working to put in offshore oil rigs. And I think even at a young age, I kind of had an inkling that water might be the thing we're mining for next in my lifetime and not oil. And that kind of stuck in my head. I didn't really understand anything about what a hydrologist was or what they do, or even that term existed when I was younger. And so I really kind of just thought, well, I'm going to look into earth sciences and see where that takes me. And so that was my initial thought as younger age, was definitely still in a geology kind of related field was where I thought I might go. And I would say that my dad really inspired my love of science and learning. I saw that he did not have a college degree, and I thought it was something that he maybe regretted not finishing college and getting that technical degree, because he's such a technical, science-based person. So it kind of really drove home the importance of just the extra opportunities that might be open to me if I took the time to finish my degree. My degree is I have an undergraduate degree in geology, and I have a master's degree in hydrology. I actually do not have any technical licenses or any other special tags to go after my name. I'm not a PhD. But I actually think that's really cool about earth sciences. There is a huge range of being a professional geologist who is certifying construction or looking at slope stability. There's a lot of options for licensed professional geologists. But there's also an amazing opportunity for those that aren't licensed. So the type of research science work that I do, I'm not required to have a professional license to be a professional hydrogeologist. That is a license you could work at getting. In this case, it's very science-based what I'm doing, and so I'm fortunate that I don't have to have a license if I don't want to. I think more specifically than a particular high school class that I took that prepares me now, I did start doing summer school classes in my last years of high school and trying to get ahead so that I had some more free time as a senior. And when I graduated high school, I still wasn't 100% sure exactly what I wanted to do. To be honest, I wasn't actually ready to even leave home. I was just maybe a late bloomer. I wanted to stay at home. And I ended up I toured colleges like most high school seniors do, and I fell in love with a particular college here in Socorro, New Mexico. But even then, I still wasn't sure I was ready to leave home. And so I looked at their curriculum and what a geology student would be doing in their first year. And I instead went to community college, and I followed that sample curriculum in the student handbook. And I took as many equivalent classes as I could in community college, and it was an amazing experience. And after my first year of community college, I decided I was ready, and I went to the school in Socorro. And I remember when I came to admissions, they looked at my transcript, and I told them what I had done, and they were blown away, and they took all of my credits without pretty much any hesitation, and I fit right into the second year program with the rest of my peers. And I would say some of my favorite professors I had at community college. I had an amazing small classes and an amazing chemistry professor that really helped a lot of those ideas stick with me. So it wasn't necessarily high school that I think I had really had an eye-opening experience, but I would encourage anybody to not to think about community college and use it as a stepping stone to where you want to go next. I thought it was amazing. I feel like don't ever be afraid to ask questions. Even if you think I mostly have this concept, but it's okay. I don't want to speak up and seem like I don't understand. I think that was something that was a huge downfall for me, and it's still something that I work on. It's hard to ask questions and to show maybe that you don't understand something, but it's amazing the conversations you have and the depth that you get when you really do just don't be afraid to ask the hard questions.